Alright, so we got this top all cut, sanded up. Oh, we're gonna throw some oil on it and get out to the job site, and then probably oil it a couple more times after we get there. This is always the fun part, to watch the wood come to life when you put the oil on. Well, there it is, sanded, oiled, sealed, it's all ready to go. So we're gonna take that up there, put it down, put a couple more layers of oil on it because it'll soak it up a long time, it's end grain. So when you look at a piece of wood and you look at the end grain, imagine holding a handful of drinking straws. They're all bunched up with all the open ends to the top. That's what wood grain is. If we put enough oil on here, the bottom side will actually eventually get wet. This is pretty tight, so it would take a long time, but yeah, wood grain is actually open porous down through there, so that's how we oil it up really good. It takes a lot when we're doing end grain, and once you get it all oiled up, it'll stay clean. It'll last as long as they keep it oiled. You can use a wood top for cutting on. You can get it wet and all that as long as you dry it off and re-oil it every time. It'll be just fine.
You can't see it. You could, but it wouldn't.
One, two, three. Step.
Well, we thrashed last night until we had to take off, so we left everything a mess, but got the bases in, got the upper sort of in, started wearing some lights up. We got hair hanging everywhere, we got to get all that fixed up. Vanity set, gonna put a couple of drawer fronts on. Linen closet back here, it's all in place. Gotta finish putting lights, this one gets lights inside of it, so we gotta finish those up today. And then we gotta finish this here, we got this cabinet set. We gotta redo a couple of things here due to appliances not being the size that we had documented they were, so we're gonna change that, change this cabinet a little bit, and start doing trim and crown and away we go. Door hanging doors. We got the top plate on, we clip it on. We just clip this on the second one and then mount it right where it's at. So that screw right there is going to move the door up and down on the cabinet. That one moves the door back and forth this way, and this one moves the door in and out. So we can move it all sorts of directions. This cabinet gets lights inside when the door's open, so I gotta hook all this mess of wires together. The power comes up here, goes to these, goes back down, underneath, comes back up through here, and runs all the way up the side. So I gotta see if I can remember how to do this. I tell them put a hot plug in the bathroom. A hot plug. They put it on a blooming switch. What a rummy idea.
Pin nails. Really hold it on. Yeah.
You can watch it roll down to the quit.
Well, we're not gonna finish today. We're gonna finish what we're gonna finish today. So hopefully get drawer fronts on. We're gonna get the shelves in. Then we gotta run back to the shop. We got a few things we're gonna have to make, and then we'll be back hopefully Friday and do hardware, put the last drawer fronts on, trim, and be done. Today has gone fairly well. We had lots and lots of piddling around to do. We had a lot of lights we had to work on. Had a lot of toe kick lights we had to do. That took way too much messing around, but we got them in. Everything works. We had a few other odds and ends that are a little bit complicated and taking some time, but it's all coming together. Yeah, we'll be in a good place by tonight, and then back to the shop for 2 days, back for 1, hopefully. Let's see if this sink fits here. There it is. Well, first thing we're gonna do is set that cabinet right there, and then we gotta set the dividers there and there for the countertop to sit on. And then once that's done, we're gonna come over here and mount this sink in this hole. Then we're gonna mount this countertop down and get the drawers put in.
Can this crack if you drill through?
Them so they're fitting flat and square. This is the part that nobody wants to do. Contractors don't want to do it, homeowners don't want to do it. A lot of cabinet shops won't even do it because the possibility of wrecking a drawer front is plenty high. But we do it because somebody needs to do it. Somewhere under the rainbow, I can find my stuff. Well, we're headed back out. This better be the last day. I've had about as much of this as I can take. It's cold today. As you can see, I'm in my sissy jacket with my sissy hat. Lance is trying to be tough, so he's in his light jacket, but it's just straight up cold out here. We're gonna try to not hit any icebergs. So hopefully we get out there today, finish it up, and get all the tools packed back and be done. At least till Countertop comes, and then we'll have to bring the big boat out to haul that. So see how it goes. Cold, just cold. So I don't know if you noticed there, the donuts are now feeding fish. They blew out the side. So we don't have snack today, so that'll be sad. Lance will be sad. He likes snack. So we were up yesterday and got Countertop all measured out. So they're gonna get that ordered. Unfortunately, it takes about a month to get that. So hopefully we're not iced over before that and we can get the rest of this job finished. But we're gonna get this done. And if it freezes up, well, we'll do Countertop in the spring. All right, so what do we got today? Range hood, put the 2 drawer fronts on, put the handles on, toe kick under there, end right there. 2 drawers to put it in there. Fronts are ready to go. Hang the mirror right there. Mount those 2 doors, mount that door, and electrician says there's supposed to be a plug-in in the wall back here somewhere that somehow must have covered up, which means we gotta pull this out, find that, cut a hole in the back of the cabinet so it comes through. Hope it doesn't hit the mid divider. Probably will, because that'd just be our luck. And I think that's it. All right, so we're gonna put in this range hood here. goes right in there. And then we do a step out upper cabinet here. That means we have to build a little spacer out here to match that. So we're gonna take this piece of plywood, put it in there, build that out, get our mounting hardware in here, drill a bunch of holes, make a big mess, and it'll work. Alright, so I just made a block of wood here, screwed some plywood together. We're going to stick that in. Got to figure out our height. It's going to be about right there. We'll screw that to the wall, and then our hanging brackets will mount to that. So I want 16¼ to the bottom of this metal strip here. So that'll be the same to that. So I'll grab some long screws and we'll get her screwed in there. They always send you a template, which is usually wrong. The measurements on it are right, but if you try to use it to lay it out, it doesn't work. But this one doesn't even have that. 9, 1.9, 2.1. That doesn't make any sense. Right side. Alright, now I gotta find our hardware. Screws. So you got to make these holes kind of big because they have to go down in and get the microwave, and then as it tightens up they straighten up. So if you're drilling the right size, they won't work. It'll be the wrong size if you're drilling the right size. Alright, holes drilled, spacer in, we should be good to go there. So I read the directions and it just confused me because it doesn't seem to show how to do this part I want to do, so let's figure it out. There it is, just like that. All ready to make popcorn. So there we are. Microwave is in. Perfect. Now we're going to get those drawers put in there. First we got to put those fronts on those drawers. Lance has been back here industriously ripping and tearing. If you recall, we had this all together once, but there's an interesting little thing back here called a plug-in, and that sort of causes some trouble. So apparently it got missed when we were installing, so we have to pull it back out, cut a hole in the back of here, bring that through the back, bring the extension through the back, put it all back, put the crown back on, because we didn't have anything else to do today anyway. I figured it was gonna land like right here. Apparently it actually gonna work. Who knew? So much fun the first time, we thought we'd just do it twice. So we just gotta put these together, mount them on the drawers, stick the drawers in the hole. But I gotta put the handles on first. I think we're about done here. Just sweep the floor and pack out the rest of the tools and down to the old rowboat. Well, start to tear down and pack out. A long and tedious job of dragging everything back across the lake, unloading it all in Bulldog. Wind sort of died down a little bit, so that's a plus. Means we have a smallish sized boat and a largest sized lake. think that'll do her. We can go grab some stuff we need, come back, finish up, and get the rest of it. I think we'll do that.
We're back from lunch and hauling our first load of tools. I'll see if I can get this carnage put back together here.
So we've done this multiple times here. We probably do it every day for a month and it wouldn't be too much with an end grain that's this big, but we're gonna get some on here and then we'll leave the oil here for them and they can take care of keeping it up. So it's a little risky putting it here right by the sink, but that was what they wanted, so we did it. And as long as they keep it oiled up really well every time they use it, it should stand up just fine. It'd be interesting to count and see how many individual pieces are in there, but I'm not going to do that right now. Lance is playing arts and crafts here. Well, finally, so those drawers are held up. They're coming when the countertop comes. That's going to be a month. Other than that, everything's in place. Trim's on, doors are on, all ready to go. We got this all done. The mirrors hung, vanities in, linen closets in. Got these wonderful giant drawers here, lighted interior. It's a really nice linen closet. And the kitchen is all done. Range hood is hung. Pantry here. Stove goes in there. Got the island all finished up here. Well, this install has kicked our collective tails for several days more than it should have, but we got it done. It's all in, and we're gonna finish cleaning up, float across to the boat launch, pick up the boat, go home, and start the next one. So
So how cold is this actually? So going for a ride just for the anyhow at 50 is not worth
Saying it's too cold to go boating?
Yes.
There.
that's a wrap.
How you doing, boy? How you doing there, boy? Huh?
We're doing a wonderful fun thing today. We're going out on the lake. We were supposed to do this later, but we got deployed for a search and rescue mission, so we got to do it right now before we leave. We got to head back out there. We got 3 drawers put in. We got a mirror to take off the wall and a mirror to put on the wall. The cool part is it's 41 degrees, it's raining, and it was a little windy last night, so it might be a little wavy. So less than ideal conditions, but we're gonna make it work. Now Piney along today. He's gonna be our camera person, and we need somebody to do a little fancy artsy work for us, so we'll have her along to that. Lance is a bulldog, and we're gonna get there and get her done.
So we seem to be having a bit of a problem. Looks like the motor's not starting. Hopefully we can get it started. It would be a bit of a crying shame if we came all the way out here and can't use the boat.
Well, the boat won't run, so we're stuck. We're gonna have to go back and find a different solution. Well, this one's running, so we're ahead of yesterday anyway. So get the truck parked, get all of our tools loaded up, try not to die going across the lake. heat in here, which is pleasant. We don't want to turn into human sickles coming across the leg. So that needs to come off. We need to move that back down. So the mirror was the right height. The elevation should be about there. So we'll take that back off, move it down, and then if we have to, we'll make a little piece of trim out of this. These drawers weren't in before with everything else because when we came up here to put all this in on this side, the washer and dryer were not the size that were on the spec sheet. They were bigger, so we had to move all of this over and make that cabinet smaller. So we had to order new drawers. So that's why we didn't have them when we did the rest of the job. So we got them now. We're gonna stick them on, stick them in there, and then this will be ready for countertop. This is top, and there's an arrow, but the top isn't the way the arrow is. So that'll mess with your mind a little bit. Is that the top? It says top. Is it the top? Is the arrow pointing that way? Or does it even matter? So we'll fill those, and then Piney is going to fix them and make them look like they're not there. Very good. This is the one that's a problem. That one there almost looks like a knot. So you tell me, does that look like a screw or a knot hole? Or don't tell me. I might not want to know your opinion. We're cruising along and we're about 20 feet from the dock. Lance is playing the Edmund Fitzgerald on our speaker. And the speaker shut off or disconnected because he dropped his phone in the lake, which became the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Good morning. It is very cold. I am out here with the construction crew and the countertop guys. And it is thick, thick fog out here today. We're gonna see if we can get the countertop put on. It is cold and rather miserable, and you can't see nothing. So, I guess we'll see how this goes. absolutely frigid. And the other boat is somewhere. Get set up, and once they get here, start carrying the countertop in. I think I hear them coming now.
Thanks for watching.